Hi, I'm Max Spainhammer.
And I'm Troy McCormick. Welcome to Indiana Outdoor Adventures. Indiana Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Wind River Outfitters, Idaho's finest wilderness hunts for big game. Voluforms, one of the Midwest's leading providers of print products and services. Maston's Deer Sense. Hillbilly Custom Game Calls. The Deer Age Tool App. High-Tech Firearms and Training. And Fire Knock, the most advanced lighted knock. Welcome back to Indiana Outdoor Adventures. I'm Troy McCormick, and today we're with Michael Wilson, our winner of our 2011 Wild Turkey Hunt Contest. And Mike and I have been out in the woods today, and we've been seeing some turkeys.
Yes, we have.
In fact, Mike, tell me just a little bit about the hunt and what you thought about it today.
Well, this morning was absolutely beautiful. It was just a beautiful morning starting off. The birds wasn't real active. It was actually kind of quiet this morning, but the pace kind of picked up. We had some hens come in early, and then after later on, we had a Tom. He decided he wanted to start talking to us a little bit.
It wasn't until 11 o'clock in the morning. We've been out there since 6:30, waiting for the sun to come up and trying to coax them into gobbling, but we didn't hear our first gobble until 11 o'clock.
It was 11 o'clock. Then I think he talked to us for about 45 minutes before he ever circled around to us.
Yep. You know, we had a lot of real good action. We had he was double gobbling to our calls, and we got him in probably within maybe 50, 60 yards, but he just would not come out of the woods into the little pocket field that we were watching to get a shot. And we're pretty sure that after he got quiet and a hen and a tom came out down to our left, that they had probably circled around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you remember how that happened?
A little bit. I remember how the hen came out and she went across the field. And then it seemed like about 10 minutes later, we had a nice tom come out.
Yeah, he did. He came out and puffed up into, now he was off to your left. It was kind of hard for you to see out of the blind.
Yes, he was.
We had a very small shooting window straight ahead for you toward the decoys, a small window to the right so you could see me because I was filming out of the blind next to you, and then you had a little window with some screen netting on the left.
That is right.
And I actually had a better view looking down the tree line to see him than what you did.
Yes, you did.
And I think it was one of those, psst, psst, Mike, over there. And you turned around and you saw him. Was he in strut at that point?
He just had stepped out and went into full strut.
Okay. And he kind of worked his way to us.
He made a beeline right beside that tree line, all the way up there to us. It looked to be within 20 feet.
Came up with 20 feet of you. Now, why didn't you shoot? The big question.
The big question was because the way I was sitting in the blind.
You were sitting facing forward.
I was sitting facing forward, and I couldn't get the gun, be able to get outside the window.
And the plan was, because you knew that I'm filming the decoys out here. He's coming right toward the decoys. He's going to pass right in front of you.
Yes, he was.
So you were going to let me get some wonderful video footage.
That was my plan, to have him come up and actually be able to talk to the other decoy there, and then be able to take him and harvest him.
Didn't work.
No, it did not. He definitely outsmarted me today.
He got up there close to the blind, and we're not sure what he saw that he didn't like. We were using an actual taxidermy mount, full tom in display, and it was a pretty beat up decoy. It had been roughed around. And I just wonder if he thought, that bird looks a little tough to fight with. Because he did. He just looked over at the decoy, turned around, and started to head back. And you're still aiming forward, and he was in your blind spot.
Yes, he was.
You didn't even see him turn.
I didn't see him turn. I didn't know where he went. I was still waiting for him to step out.
Now, I could see him, and as he worked his way down, I tried calling a little bit and kind of got him to come back up. He just wouldn't approach, turned around, and started to walk back. Now, he came into your line of sight again, though.
He did come in my line of sight. This time I realized he was going to be going away from me.
The wrong direction.
So we actually maneuvered around where we could actually get our gun out through the little window. But by then it was just a little bit too late.
It was a 50-yard plus shot. You got it. You got the shot, but it was just a little too far distant.
It was a little bit too far.
Yeah. The shot was made, but we watched the bird fly away, and he sailed over 2 fields and was still going.
Yes, he was.
But it was quite an exciting way to.
It was a wonderful time. Yeah. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, we didn't take it easy for the rest of the day, though.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I believe we had to walk at least another 10 miles.
I think we did. We walked around on some of Mac's property here that butts up by the Clark State Forest.
Yes, we did.
We went back over into, was it Washington County that we were in? And we went back and tried another spot. How many turkeys did we see this evening?
It had to be real close to at least 20, 24 turkeys.
We were seeing groups of 5 and 6, and they just would not talk. They didn't want to respond to calls. They were just single-minded, walking across fields, heading for roost sites, and we just couldn't turn them toward us.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah. It started getting dark, getting hard to film. Now, we did have an interesting bird in one of the next to last flocks.
Yes, we did.
I had never seen one like that.
I hadn't either.
Tell me about it.
As we were sitting there watching the field as the hens came in, we noticed one that she was just about all white. The bottom part of her was kind of dark feathers, but she was out there fur enough that I really couldn't tell, for if she was just...
She might have been 80, 85% white.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was shooting some film off the shoulder with the camera, and it was a long way out. It was probably going to be a little bouncy, but we're going to show it because it was very unique. I had never seen it wasn't an albino because it wasn't pure white.
Correct.
We don't know if it might have been an escaped turkey from a farm. It could have been a mixed, or it could have just been a partial. Like you have a piebald deer that's sometimes you'll get, that's part white, part brown, and that's more than likely the case.
But it's the first one I've ever seen.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
that was very exciting.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed that. Now, we're going to go back out in the morning.
Yes, we are.
And
me and Jack Rawlings.
Yep. Jack, our state turkey calling champion, was calling for us today, and he was working those birds hard tonight.
He worked those birds extremely hard. He done a great job.
They just didn't want to react. So we got our fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Great.
And I believe we'll get one.
Let's take a little bit of break. We've got a really nice meal that Mac's wife, Shelly, has prepared for us. Mac actually cooked the steaks for us, and we've got salad and potatoes, and we got some dessert over there. I might just jump start to that.
Good.
And then we'll get some sleep, and we'll get out and tackle it again in the morning.
Sounds great.
Great.
Thanks.
We'll be right back. Voluforms is one of the Midwest's leading providers of print products and services. We provide our customers with total business solutions for every office need. That includes full commercial color and black and white printing, forms management, logo wear, advertising items, and office supplies. We're more than a print shop. We're your printing and forms management specialist. Voluforms provides quality customer service. So give us a call or email us today and let us help you with your business solutions. If you've dreamed of a western big game hunt or a summer vacation, Wind River Outfitters, Idaho's finest guide service, offers exciting fully guided hunts for elk, mule deer, black bear, and mountain lion, as well as summer fishing trips in the Gospel Hump Wilderness area of central Idaho. Accessible only by foot or horseback, the area reserved exclusively for Wind River Outfitters provides exceptional hunting opportunities. You'll enjoy hunting on a whole new level. Visit www.windriveroutfitters.com for more information. Follow Indiana Outdoor Adventures online with Facebook, Twitter, and our website. Stay up to date with our exciting adventures as we're out in the field filming and meeting new people. From news updates and announcements to Twitter posts by co-host Troy McCormick. Why wait until the next season of shows when you can follow us as we're filming them? Join us online to get the most current news on Indiana Outdoor Adventures. Looking for adventure? Moringa Cave has it all. Explore the underground wonders of Moringa Cave with our 2 easy walking tours, or go on an adventurous cave exploring trip with hard hats and lots of mud. Kids will love discovering gemstones at the Cave Springs mining flume. This U.S. National Natural Landmark has been open to the public since 1883 and provides breathtaking views of underground cave formations. Visit us online at moringacave.com and plan your visit today. High-Tech Firearms and Training is your Southern Indiana source for all of your hunting and shooting supplies and firearms. We have a fully stocked selection of handguns, rifles, shotguns, knives, ammunition, bows, and archery supplies. Firearm training and personal protection classes are offered by NRA certified instructors in our in-house training center. Remember, shoot often and carry safely. High-Tech Firearms and Training is conveniently located in Sellersburg, Indiana. Unfortunately, Michael's second day of hunting was rained out due to severe thunderstorms, and we didn't get to go back out in the woods. So let's go check in with Pro Staffer Jack Rollins on another day in the turkey woods with some friends Jimmy Austin and Kenny Meyer.
He's coming, be still, Jimmy. Remember, real easy.
Well, the guys have got a gobbler located and it's on the ground. Problem is, there are 3 hens with him, and that's where his interest is going to be. Okay, Jack, that Big Tom's a long way off and he's got company. Better do some sweet talking on those calls to get him to notice your decoys.